welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina, and today I'm going to show you how to depot a palette. Now, I got this super adorable set from Too Faced. Unfortunately, the packaging that came with this is already falling apart. There's nothing I can do about it. It was gonna fall apart. I called Too Faced and they very kindly refunded my money for it. Well, you can see on the edge there where it's coming apart. As much as I thought this palette was adorable, and that is why I bought it, it's kind of useless when it starts coming apart that easily, and the glitter gets all over my hands, which gets all over my face, which destroys my makeup, and that sucks. You have all these pans in here, and you can see two of those where I've already started working on this, and I had some trouble. This one I pulled out, and on the back you can see there's glue all over it. It is a metal pan though. You just want to get all the glue out of it. And you don't want to be like me and try to cheat the system, bypass how you really should be depotting these. Because as you can see, that's why my shadows got dented up. They wouldn't have done that if I had just done what I'm going to show you. I peeled all the glue off there, took just a couple seconds. It doesn't take any special equipment. I just roll it off as my finger and then it's all gone. In this here, I have this is from Tarte, and it is a huge palette. As long as your pans are metallic, they'll sit in these beautifully. If they're plastic, then you really have to rethink what you're going to do. This comes with a magnetic bottom, which is why I love Tarte ones of these. All you have to do, as long as your palette is metal, is stick it on there and it's there. In here is my Pure the Grinch palette. So I'm doing another Christmas palette. I thought I'd put them in together. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for the blush, the highlight, and bronzer sets. This is what the blushes look like. And you're going to be amazed at how little room this takes up once I get them out of this. Because this is a whole lot of space when you think about it. If you have a makeup collection and you've got all this packaging and then you're like, ugh, especially when the packaging isn't holding up. So you just can pop them out of there. They sell tools specifically for depotting. Tarte has one, lots of brands have them. And I looked at them all over the place and thought about buying them. And then I found this set of tools at Harbor Freight. They cost, I think, $2.99 for the whole set. And there's like little putty knives and all sorts of things. And you can actually use these like if you're doing other people's makeup and you need to make their foundation match and you want to mix it properly and everything. There are several sets that have these great ends for doing stuff like that because they are woodworking tools. So really they're perfect for mixing because that's what they're for, and they're perfect for depotting. So this side here is a little tiny knife. You can see where I messed up. When I first started doing it, I didn't know where I'd put this. Being impatient, I just grabbed a thing that I thought was going to be thin enough to get in there, and it wasn't, so I messed up my shadow. You just take this little tiny blade. So you take the blade and you put it in there. I just work it around, all the way around a little bit, and just creating a little bit of space in there. You definitely need something as tiny and thin as this little knife is. Otherwise, you're going to do what I did and mess up your shadow. If you do it correctly, that won't happen. So now this has got this little hooky end on it, and I just take that, put it in there, and then gently get it underneath and work on pulling it up. So I'm just using the knife side. It just pops that out, and then you can just use your fingers, pull it the rest of the way out. That's what it looks like when it first comes out. There's a little bit of cardboard on it and glue. What you don't want to do is take that little blade that's nice and fine and thin and perfect and try to use it to scrape the glue off the back. You just want to use your thumb and roll it off. And now it's clean. There's nothing on there, like you can feel nothing. And then once again, you just take your palette and you can organize them by however you want. I'm for now just going to stick them going up and over a little bit, and then I'm going to arrange them by colors, work with those other shades I already have in here. So now I'm going to do a shade that I haven't messed up and show you what it will look like if you actually do this the way you should. I didn't notice a whole lot of difference between the tools that they make specifically for depotting and this, except for the price. I think Tarte were like at least 10 bucks and probably more. I just take that and see how easy that was? It just pops in there, pull it out, roll that little bit of stuff off there, pop it into my palette. That literally is how long that took. And I'm going really slow right now. One, I don't want to mess up any more palettes, but two, I don't want to drop them while I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. You just wedge that in there really good. And with these ones, they're so small that you don't even have to use that other side. You just pop it up, pull it out. Oh, and that one, oh gosh, there's glitter all over my hand. If you have loose pans or pans that are popped up, sometimes some shades, they like have something in them. And if it gets on the bottom, the glue doesn't work because they do have to use specific glue to make sure it doesn't like hurt you if it gets accidentally on the shadow. Yeah, that one was super, super easy. I'm just gonna put that glittery one up here a little bit. And now we're gonna go back in here and I'm gonna go after this brown one. And again, you just put it in there, pop it up, pull it out, and you'll really quickly catch on to what you need to do so you don't mess up your shadows. Other than dropping them, don't drop them. It's best to do this sitting at a table, but I can't film that way, so. I'm just gonna go with my neutral one. Make sure your hands are really, really clean before you start doing this. Keep some makeup wipes on hand so that you keep your fingers clean. That way you don't accidentally put a wrong shadow color into a different shade. So if you're getting it on your fingers, make sure you're wiping them off. So I'm going to do these two next. So I just screwed up, and that is the risk that you run with this. You can see where I accidentally dug my knife into that. Now what I do is I just immediately push it back down with my finger, and as long as it's not like a super dry formula and this isn't, it presses down. So if you accidentally scratch your shadow, don't like keep pushing, immediately stop. I have this one out. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And some shadows and some brands make this insanely easy. Tarte, oh my gosh, their stuff is so easy to do usually because a lot of times they just use magnets. So all you have to do is pop them up and they come right out. Got that one that I damaged just a little bit. Carefully gonna get underneath there and make sure this time that I get it all the way up. See how it's it's pulling itself back down a little bit because it's really glued on the other side. What I should have done is put my knife on the other side and pulled up. Wow, the glue on this one is really strong. Just using my finger a little bit, you can push them back down. It's not gonna all break apart or anything. I'm almost done. I have 5 shades left. So I'm just prying them all up. So now I have all of them out of the palette. I have this one right here that isn't gonna fit in this configuration where I still have the Snow Globe palettes pretty much up here and then my Pure palette down here. But if I rearrange them so the palette actually makes a little more sense, they're gonna fit just fine. There's plenty of room. As you can see, they're all out of there. There's all sorts of palettes you can use to depot and move your palettes around. These are mostly from the Big Book of Blushes Volume 3 from Tarte. And if you had seen that palette, it was huge. It was like the biggest palette ever. They were so easy to take out. Literally, you could do it with your fingers because they just were put in with magnets. I just bent the packaging, popped right out. These are from Colored Rain. That's what it is. So that one there is Birthday Suit. I don't have enough room right this second for those blushes fit in here, but I will because I'm going to move this shade here and this one here. These are 2 shades I use constantly, but not every palette has those shades. I like to keep them handy. This little tiny palette is from Espionage, and when I first got this, I was kind of like, ugh. It's all plastic, and so I was thinking, how are they going to stay in there? Well, it turns out there must be little magnets in there or something because they stay in there super easy. And this is a size that most eyeshadows are. The Pure ones are too big and the Too Faced ones are too little. But you just pop them in like that and they sort of sink in there and stay. and then you just pop it out. But you just use your fingers, they go in, no problem, stay right there. And now I have this little palette that I can put on my vanity or whatever, and they're right there to use with all those palettes that don't come with my perfect base and crease shades. I just have them handy. It's just a 2 little pan palette. It's super cute. This is the nerd one. I'm going to take these and put them in my Juvia's Place palette so all my blushes are together. I have them all in there, as you can see. I actually think I'm going to take those out completely and just make this my blush palette. There is a highlight in there, and I don't even remember what that is. It saves you a ton of room, and it makes organizing your makeup so easy. And Christmas packaging, while super cute, can be so huge. Look how big this is. Any way you look at it, that's like the smallest you could get it, and then it's huge. I am keeping this one whole for now until it starts to come apart. Hopefully it won't do that. Hopefully it'll just stay cute and adorable, and I need to take that out of there. But this is now just garbage. I don't need it anymore. As cute as it is, if it doesn't work and it's coming apart and it's messing up your makeup, that's terrible. Unfortunately, as cute as it is just garbage to me now. I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is. If your makeup collection, it feels like it's getting out of control, it's just too big, you don't have room for everything. These palettes like this one is beautiful. It's from Tarte. I paid 10 bucks for it. There's a lot of them on there that are like $8. This one from Juvia's Place goes on sale all the time if you can get it for like $7 to $5. And it is huge and great. I love this because it did fit so many things in there. And even though it's huge and bulky, the ones that I think are a bit overpriced are from Ulta. There's a 6-pound palette that costs $6. That is crazy because, like I said, you can get this. I think it's like $8 a lot of times on Tarte. It's gorgeous and it's so easy to use and it's so pretty, so you don't feel like you're giving anything up in packaging when you get it. And you can create your own color stories and your own things, which inspires you to make new and more interesting looks. And I'm going to do a look using some of my depotted palettes so you can see what I'm talking about, because it just gives you more options and more fun and more room. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.